Oh, hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. We're continuing where we left off in was it wolf in sheep's clothing? Yeah, I keep thinking, is it a sheep's and wolf clothing when I'm just about to thinking about the title? Yes, a wolf in sheep's clothing. We're continuing where we left off of getting back from the Buness family and driving home. And hey, let's just get back into it. Being around the DeBlancs and the dream I had. Papa? Yes? What was Mom like? Oh. Never mind, you don't have to tell me. No, I think it's about time I told you about your mother. You deserve to know. It's almost been 2 decades. Papa, are you sure? I'm sure. Oh. It all started almost 19 years ago. I was 16 at the time, your mother was 18, and was known for being very behind in school. I wasn't so unfortunate. Even though I was from a pretty low-class family, I cared about my education and managed to get good grades. The day I met her, wasn't pretty. I kept noticing your mother, Marty, everywhere I went. She would always stare at me, but because she was with other men, I didn't take it as anything. Dude, have you noticed how she always looks at you? What? The sheep. She's been staring at you like you're some of the tastiest celery she's ever seen or some shit. Hell yeah, tasty celery. Damn. I like when I look like some tasty grade A fucking sirloin steak to some, okay. I guess I like being the sugary, delectable, or the tastiest carrot a herbivore would ever see. But hey, that's just me. Sergal business, you know? I can't say sirloin or T-bone steak if they're a herbivore after all. But to a fellow carnivore, sure. The sheep, yeah. Celery? Yeah, or whatever lambs eat, don't ask me. Oh, Eddie. His tongue out. Are you guys talking about Marty? Yes, why? I dated her for a bit. Oh, did things not end well? No, nothing like that. I honestly enjoy dating her. But I heard she's got a thing for carnivores, specifically dogs. She likes the knot. Aha, why would a little sheep want to date a dog? I mean, lambs are so weak. They even have those wobbly legs like deers do. It's the first time I've seen them smile. I hear she's some slut who likes the thrill of fucking someone that could eat her. So it's like, Beastars and the bun in that. I heard that too. Well, you had sex with her, was it like that? Maybe. She didn't seem scared at all. If anything, I was sort of scared of her. She took charge way too much, but that might just be something to do with my preferences. Ayy, when women take charge, it's... Ayy, I like that. I love tomboys after all. Not to say I'm not Dom myself, hey, but that's TMI. She took charge way too much, yeah. Great. Not only does she have a kink for trying to get eaten alive, but she has a kink for making some poor bastard do that. Are you too sure it's not some big misunderstanding? What? Well, what if she just likes the personality traits of dogs, their morals, their values? That's a pretty decent point. If that's what you think, why don't you talk to her and see how long it'll take for her to suck you off? You really think that'll happen? Dude, she's taking it from every single carnivore in this school. That can't possibly be true. Yeah, because she hasn't gotten anything from you yet. So you've slept with her too? I'm not touching that cum bag with a 10-foot pole. Jesus! The locker room banter. I really think you're being dramatic. I'll talk to her, that way you guys will see she's really not so bad. Hello, Marty. Was it? Oui, that is my name. I'm John Mort. It's nice to meet you. I shook her hand, feeling the responsibility to be gentle. I'm Marty. Marty Argo. Argo. It's nice to meet you too. I felt her hold my hand after I ceased to wave her arm up and down. You're a rather handsome man, John. Thank you, ma'am. You're very pretty for a sheep. For a sheep? Do you think sheep are ugly? No, that's not how I meant that. I'm only really attracted to dogs. Oh, so you've never thought about what it would be like to be with a herbivore? Well, no. Heh. You say that as if you're unsure. Rather sure. I just don't know why you'd ask such a thing. You don't like the idea of having power over someone, being able to have total control over them. Damn. No, that sounds horrible. To innocent people or to virgins, maybe. People that have the kinky life. Ho! But that's again TMI. We don't get into that. Not on this channel. It's a family-friendly channel with occasional swearing. What about the idea of letting someone have total control over you? That sounds... What? I mean, for people that have a lot of insecurities, it's an understandable fear some people have. Sometimes it's a liberation. Other times it's a fear, because if you hand yourself over, let's say psychologically, on a silver platter, a lot of people who are very defensive, or in bad places in life, or self-conscious a lot, or have been used and abused by a bunch of people, usually, you know, they'll think worst case scenario. And usually, I mean, defensive mechanisms to protect yourself, protect your ego, protect your heart, protect your brain, you know, those are all valid. But it just depends if you obviously take it, you know, with rationality rather than lead it to be sort of like a phobia. Like, you don't want an irrational fear of letting someone else have control in your life. That may as well be comparable to, what's the word? A fear of commitment, arguably. Because, it's, you know, sometimes it's always the joke of, haha, this person has the pants in the relationship. Sometimes maybe you have a relationship and it's 50-50 even in power boundary. Sometimes people just want to be 100% sub. Some people want to be 100% dom. It depends, whatever floats your boat, you know? But, yeah. You seem so scared of everything for a black wolf. Well, wolves aren't as brave as you may think. Really now. Yeah, we just tend to stick with our pack. We only really enjoy spending time with those we love, not much else. How cute. How about I show you something? What are you going to show me? Something that you'll enjoy. Cover your eyes, okay? I did as she said and felt her drag me along. I was bumping into people left and right, probably because she was nowhere near as wide as I was. After several minutes of running, she suddenly slowed down. Come here. I could hear the smile on her face. I heard a door creak open, and she pulled me into whatever room she had brought me to. I heard the door close and lock. I opened my eyes before she said to do so. What's going on? We're in the supply closet. If this is inspired by Beastars, I can already assume she might be comparable to the bunny. Depends if that means censorship might need to be added soon enough. Why? I felt her slim and delicate hand rub up and down my chest. You really don't know why? No, am I supposed to know? No, it's okay, I can just teach you. Sliding her hand down, I felt her take off my pants. Uh-oh. She started by taking my belt off, then unbuttoning my jeans and unzipping my fly. Marty, I don't want to do this, I just met you. And it's just wrong to do something like this, you know that, don't you? Don't lie, you know you're enjoying this. I'm really not, I want you to quit this. What are you going to do to stop me? You know how weak lambs are. If you hurt me, it'll be all over the news. Oh, jeez. I bet it'll say giant carnivore murders innocent sheep. If you close your eyes, maybe you can imagine a cute dog girl doing this to you instead. She had thought so much of this through. Is this what she does to people? This feels wrong, really wrong. Close your eyes, dog. Well, that goes too far now. That becomes a slur now. That's a slur to wolves and sometimes foxes. Come on. I followed her command once again. I felt her touch and prod things I didn't want her to be anywhere near. My body would sporadically convulse out of sheer disgust and pain. I wanted it to stop so bad. I just kept my eyes closed. I let her do whatever she wanted. I'm not even sure how long it lasted. I was so thankful it was over. Me and you are dating now. Oh. Damn, she put a collar and leash on him already. What? I thought you had a boyfriend. Oh, I did. I'm going to keep your baby. I abort all the other ones. What? But well, a hybrid of a black wolf and a sheep, that would make for an interesting story? This is not a good beginning of a story about your mother. And John, if you ever tell someone about this, I'll cut myself into bits and blame it all on you. Jesus Christ. Goodbye, John. Yeah. A few months went by and eventually my friends found out. John, you really thought all of this would be a good idea? I fucking told you, now look where you are. Really, Morty? You should have known better. She would tell everyone. Did you know I'm pregnant with a carnivore? Oh, and she would tell them this over and over and over. Again and again. Oh. I'm so happy, aren't you excited, John? No, I'm not ready for a child, especially with you. Well, you better start acting like it. This child is ours, alright? And everyone is going to know about it. It'll be a freak of nature. What? A real head turner, what? It's hard to read, man. Manipulative partners, relationships. It angers me more than anything else. It just makes me want to smack them. Manipulative herbivores. I mean, you could use it as symbolic for something in the real world, but I don't want to get political on this channel. I understand, yes. Good, I'm glad you do. I'll be going into labor soon. You won't have to deal with me for much longer. What? What do you mean? Did you really think a little lamb like me could survive having a hybrid with a big, strong wolf like you? Well, I thought maybe. That's pretty funny. I hope being a single father treats you well, Jesus! I couldn't have done this whole thing if you weren't so complacent. What do you mean? Well, I've always wanted to have a baby with a carnivore, but I wanted it to be something extreme, something that completely goes against everything we've ever known. I'm sure you've heard all the stories about wolves killing sheep, right? We aren't supposed to go together. That is the part I enjoy. We're creating something new. I mean, that's just more Beastars, but with the... what is it? The cheetah and the antelope, I believe. That comes later in Beastars, but I think that would be... hasn't been shown... Has it been shown in Beastars, the anime, yet? Because I've read the manga. So you just wanted to play God. I'm not playing God. Who's to say I'm not God? I don't think you're God. Oh, why? Did I beat the little puppy up too much? No, you only beat that dick up, man. God can be cruel, I know that. You're not God because there's not a single person who looks up to you. Ooh! You don't look up to me? No, not really. I only look down at you when you're sucking me off, apparently. What? I think you're a horrible person. You've done awful things, not just to me, but to everyone you meet. I hope you do die during childbirth so I can raise a child better than you ever could. You really think that? Yes, I'm tired of acting like I don't. I've been going along with your little plan and I'm sick of it. You're so cute when you're angry, John. God, stop saying things like that. Oh, why is the big bad wolf gonna eat me? No, I'm not, because I'm not fucked up like you are. Take care of the child for me. And you better let everyone know that what it is every chance you get. Those were the last words she ever spoke to me. Okay. I remember the exact voice she used to tell me that, the tone, the pitch, the cadence. I remember it all. It was haunting. I always thought I would hate you, that you would be the worst thing to happen to me. But when I saw you, I was overwhelmed. Never did I ever think for even a second that someone as horrible as your mother could birth the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. It reminds me of... what was it? It reminds me of, Watchmen. When the big blue man basically had realized that, like, humans are really miserable, but... I can't even remember the names, but people should know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the movie The Watchmen, big blue man sees that a horrible father, you know, could sleep with and give birth to a woman who ends up being fine, you know, that there's a chance even the scummiest of humans can skip it, like make a new generation that has no resemblance of the old and horrible generation that they came from, sort of thing, is what it actually reminded me of upon reading this. I wish I could say I regret what I told her, but I don't. I'm glad she died. She would have corrupted you, and I wouldn't have had the perfect little girl that I do today. Still probably a really horrible story to tell your daughter. But, I mean, I don't like beating around the bush, so I don't know how that would affect, though, the main character. I'm sorry, that was a rather long story, huh? Papa, I'm sorry. Why? I look like her, don't I? I'm way more like a sheep. That's what makes me happy. Huh? Your mother wanted you to look like me. She wanted to be a herbivore. She wanted to be a herbivore who had a carnivore child. I know it's spiteful to say this, but I'm so glad she didn't get what she wanted. So you don't hate me? No, never. Like I said, when you were born and I saw you, I knew I could never hate you. I just would never have it in me. Really. Yes, really. Seeing you grow every day, seeing how far you are from your mother, that makes me happy. But you make me tell everyone I'm a herbivore. Yes, because that's the last thing she would have wanted. Not only would it put you in danger to tell everyone you're a hybrid, but telling everyone this would bring her some kind of satisfaction. Even though she's dead, I really don't want her to be happy, even in the afterlife. I understand that. She seemed like a really horrible person. She was. She really, really, really was. I'm proud of you for being nothing like her. We can look at pictures and compare all day, but who you are on the inside differs so much from your mother that your outside barely matters anymore. So what if you're a carnivore, or herbivore, or both? You have a good heart and that's what matters. Thank you, Papa. Of course. It's late. I'm sorry for keeping you up. Go to bed when you can, okay? Yes, Papa, I will. Goodbye. Goodbye. What Papa told me today, I feel so horrible for everything he went through. I'm finally glad I have some closure, though. He said I wasn't as bad as Mama. If only he knew, huh? Does he find murder to be less punishable sin than what my mother did to him? I wouldn't blame him if he did. At least murder puts you out of your misery at some point. That woman has caused him a certain type of pain and suffering that will be lifelong. This is the school I went to for 1 year. I didn't enjoy my stay for a plethora of reasons, one of which including... Oh, it's you. It's the deer. What? Not you, that squeaky little choir boy that decided he wanted to be some kind of prissy princess. Please, I'm not a boy. You just think that you aren't. No, I know that I'm not. If you think that, I'll consider you a girl just because you ripped your horns off. You're wrong. You even have a stupid guy voice. Really? So you could tell I wasn't born a girl? Yes, I could. It's obvious. And you look stupid running around cross-dressing. You probably think people see you as a girl, don't you? I don't think, mon chéri. I know everyone sees me as a girl because I am. You probably just think you're a girl because your mommy left. Struck a nerve, didn't I? Or maybe you were okay, this... I mean, I don't know if I should blip words. I mean, I've been swearing, I mean, whatever. Maybe you were molested so much in church, one of the preachers convinced you would be a girl? So it wouldn't be considered a sin when he touched you? Do you want to know what I've always wondered? What? I've always been rather curious as to what a carnivore's diet is like. Huh? Don't you find yourself ever thinking about that? When I look at herbivores like you, do you want to know what I think about? I think about tearing them apart limb by limb and eating every single part of them until there's nothing left. Fuck, just thinking about tasting your meat right now is making me drool. This is a prank, right? What would I gain from pranking you right now? The thought of biting into your skin, savoring every cell that hits my tongue, doesn't that just drive you up the fucking wall? No, you're scaring me. Really, I heard that makes your flesh taste even... No, that's the opposite. It's like Wagyu beef. Wagyu beef, the cows are treated with love until the moments that they die, and then they die very quickly and painlessly. Cows and chickens, when you scare them too much, everything sours, everything gets worse. Without thinking about it, I had pinned her down before she could even scream. I shoved my fingers in her mouth and scratched her throat as hard as I could. Something about the way I felt the blood trickle on my fingers and her muffled cry for help. I ripped her shirt to shreds. I mean, this would be interesting foreplay if it wasn't for the blood and the inevitable death that's about to happen. I ripped her shirt to shreds with my claws as my mouth explored the most tender bits of the fawn's body. Using the torn pieces of the shirt, I stuffed it into her throat as far back as possible to shut her up. I snapped out of it very quickly. The hyper-arousal of the moment ended just as quickly as it started. Oh. I already ate a leg and, a little bit of the waist. I'd ripped her apart more than I thought. But seeing it was such a sight to behold, I could see holes in her body from where I ripped chunks off with my bare teeth. I noticed organs that were missing because I ate them, and her beautiful large intestine wrapped around her so perfectly. If she hadn't insulted me, this probably never would have happened. I'm glad it did, however, no matter how rude she was. Her meat tasted perfect. I wanted to experiment with different animals, find ones that taste the best, find the parts of them that taste the best. I wonder, how does rabbit taste? No! No! I don't like to really think about that day. Killing that deer was so satisfying, but I don't want to hurt all herbivores. Cosette doesn't deserve to be hurt. However, I shouldn't think about that day because it's a new one. September 5th. Darn a fucking hurt rabbit. I change into my uniform. The face of a murderer. It's one no one could love. Hey, Papa. Good morning. Can I ask you something? Of course, what is it? Would you still love me if I killed someone? Well, I'm not sure. I love you and I want to always support you, but why would you want to take a life? It'd be for a good reason, I promise. It's always red flag when any kind of kid says that to their parent. I think I would still love you. And for good reason. Being mocked isn't a good reason. You could just punch them in the face and break their nose, if anything. That's what I usually say. It's one of the things I remember my dad telling me. Was it's like... My dad told me something like, even if he were to lose a fight as a means of trying to either de-escalate a fight, or to make it so it doesn't happen, or to intimidate a person who's being threatening or violent, to make sure that they know that you mean business. I remember my dad telling him that he said one time to either try to avoid a fight, or to show that he's not to be fucked with, was that he said, even if I were to lose this fight, even if you were to try to punch me, and if you were to actually win, I will still know where you go, and I will know which school you go to, and I will bring a 2x4 next time and beat the shit out of you, is what I remember him telling me. I don't know what kind of lesson I could take from that other than just stand your ground and don't let people push you around. I mean, I don't know. It's a lesson I guess one could maybe learn. Depends. But not for murder. Just make sure you know that people are really bad and, threaten to try to beat you up, that you mean business. Either to de-escalate or to make it so they get scared of you and don't want to mess with you. I don't know. I don't know what kind of lesson I'm trying to teach my audience. It's wrong to kill innocent people, though. I know, Papa. Do you really think I could take an innocent life? I suppose I haven't thought about it. I certainly hope you couldn't. But there's some things in this world that I think could drive us all to hurt someone. Mom did horrible things to you and you didn't kill her. Because I don't believe in killing people. It's not something I'd ever do, but other people do it. And they all usually have reasons for it. Do you think some reasons are more valid than others? Of course. Killing someone just for some thrill is completely wrong, but people who believe they were being treated poorly, I can't say I fully hold it against them. I'm driving myself to school today. Oh, alright. I open my hand and he drops the keys into my palm. Bye, Papa. Bye-bye. Well, Papa said, would he hate me if he found out what I've done? Are my actions truly justified? No! They just were an asshole. You don't kill assholes, man. Especially with... Mercredi, is there any reason why you wanted to talk to me here? Yes, I have a question. Really, what's up? Do you like Cosette? What? Don't act stupid, you have a thing for her, don't you? No, why would I? You're always spending time with her, and I just... Oh, so you have a thing for her. No, it's not like that. You two are just so close. Well, you and her are pretty close too, don't you think? You guys just seem closer, you fit better together. Is that so? I think you two pair nicely. You're being a kiss ass. Why would I be kissing your ass right now? Because you're a fucking idiot. Jeez. Yeah, you don't need to get jealousy to get it to your head, man. As I snap out of that, I realize I'm already at the school. I feel a wetness in my chest as I stare mindlessly at the building, slowly tilting my head down. I see Cosette holding onto me. Pascal, I hear her hick and pant as she tries to stammer out words. I gently run my fingers through her hair. It's okay, take your time, what happened? It was his body that the school found the other day. He was mauled to bits. Who would do that to him? I'm sorry, Cosette. But look at me, I'm going to find out who did. I promise you'll get the justice you need right now. Really, are you sure you can promise something like that? I'm sure, Cosette. Thank you, you're the best. Just try to take it easy today, alright? I'll try my hardest. Good, I'll see you around. Oh. I know what you fucking did. I look at him, eyes trailing over every part of his lanky body. He had pinned me down, his claws digging into my arms as his jaws unhinged, and he yelled in my face. I felt my heart speed up outwardly, though I had no fear. Really? What was it, then? You killed Pascal, didn't you? You ripped him to bits, and you expect us to forgive you because you're some innocent little sheep? You're fucked up. Whatever the hell you are, you're not a sheep. You're something horrible, and you're something disgusting. Is that supposed to offend me, Pierre? No, it's supposed to scare you. You think I ate your friend in cold blood, but you're trying to make me fear you. No, I know you could never fear me, even if I do hurt you. I want you to be afraid of what I know. You don't know shit. I know a lot more than you'd think. Really, so you know you could get in trouble for being a red-maned wolf that's pinning down a sheep, right? What? No, please, I don't want to get in trouble. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice Cosette, who has fainted. No, not the bunny. I suppose we both notice at the same time as he immediately gets off me and runs to her. He scoops her up. I'll tell you what, Pierre. If you let me carry her to the infirmary, I won't tell on you. If you don't let me take her, though, well, it looks rather suspicious for a wolf like you to be carrying a bleeding little bunny. I mean, she's already being manipulative, though. It's definitely the main character seems to be more and more like Melon. You're sick. You're the wolf. You always were, weren't you? What are you going to do with her if I give her to you? Something you did with Pascal? Oh, man. It seems like a time to save. Oh boy. Is this the point of no return? I'm gonna go with keep quiet. While this one sounds problematic. I could never hurt Cosette, she's too beautiful. Would you rather me take care of her or be suspended for hurting a bunny rabbit and a sheep in the same day? Wait, what? Take care of her or be suspended for hurting a bunny rabbit and a sheep in the same day? Nah, yeah. You did leave a nasty bruise on my wrist, you know. Fine. He angrily tosses Cosette into my arms. You'll get what you deserve soon enough. Me and you both know that. I watch as he storms off, the clacking of his dress shoes echoing through the halls. I placed her tiny, delicate body on top of the bed they have in the infirmary. I sit her upright and look at her. Her blood smells so delicious. I start licking off her nose now. No. It's a very odd feeling. The inside of my mouth is very comparable to a dog, so I try to avoid eating foods where I'd have to use my tongue. It's getting too far, man. Went from Kleenexes to licking. It's one of the few dead giveaways about me, but there's something so satisfying about licking her blood like this, albeit strange. I try to be as gentle as I can. I don't want to hurt her. The blood just keeps pouring and pouring. I can only assume that's why she passed out. Mercredi? Cosette, sorry, I was just cleaning you up. With your tongue? Well, yes. Why do you have a dog's tongue? You're really dumb, aren't you? A little. Papa didn't adopt me. I'm his blood. What? I'm half carnivore. I have been my whole life. I mean, I guess that's a given, obviously. You've been a carnivore this whole time? Yeah, but does that really change anything? You've been my friend my whole life, you never knew. Girl, boy, carnivore, or herbivore. I've always been your friend. I always will be. Right? I don't know. I need to think about it. I understand, I'm sorry. I love you, Cosette. I watch as she hops down from the bed and stands in the doorway for a moment, just staring at me with her big eyes. And that's why I said in the last episode, there's a chance that she was just playing stupid to make them comfortable, but at the same time, that's why I said after at the bunny's family household that it felt like she didn't actually know. She was either playing dumb or, as they just reveal now, she was just kind of dumb. She walks away, no more skips. Wait, did I miss anything? I watch as she hops down from the bed and stands there in the doorway for a moment, just staring at me with her big eyes. She walks away, no more skips in her steps. I can only wonder about what could possibly be on her mind. We're gonna have to save it here. I'm not sure how much time is left, but I'm just going to suppose we're maybe nearing the end. We got a lot of intense stuff done. And especially, I don't want to deal with this guy. We're gonna leave it to the next episode. Oh boy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Oh boy. I would say action-packed episode, but not in the way of actual, action, but a climatic part of the story for sure. But I hope you enjoyed and look forward to the next episode or the finale, if not both endings, depending on just how much longer the game is, of course. But If you have been enjoying, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button to become a subscriber, and the notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching, and until the next time.